Welcome to When Marriage and Purpose
Collide, the podcast.
So, babe, what is this podcast about?
Well, we have a story.
We do we?
We met online, got engaged a year later, and married 6 months after that. You know, happily ever after.
I mean, sorta. We're not perfect, but we want to give you a sneak peek on the conversations we have on a daily basis as we live life on purpose.
Whether you're single and dating with a desire for marriage, engaged, or season in your marriage.
Our discussions are centered around faith, purpose, and relationships.
Because when marriage and purpose collide, there's a new direction, new momentum that deeply impacted our lives and still does.
We're just inviting you along for the ride.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Yo.
What's happening? What's happening? We back. What's happening? We back. Hey, hey. Okay. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of When Marriage and Purpose
Collide,
the podcast. Oh, I thought you was gonna join me.
Oh, the podcast. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, how are you? Today.
Tired. Went to work.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really do much at work, but went to work. That's still a little tired, dealing with people.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, went to Chuck E. Cheese with the kids to celebrate a birthday party.
1-year-old great nephew.
Yeah.
I have a great nephew, y'all.
You sound that's
A
great aunt.
I have a great nephew.
So you a great aunt?
I'm a great aunt.
Oh yeah, because he is your nephew.
Yeah, my nephew is 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And then he had a baby.
And he had a baby.
So.
Who had a birthday today.
Yeah.
Or a birthday party.
Birthday party today.
His birthday was Saturday. This Saturday? Or next Saturday?
It passed. It was
past
a
Saturday.
Thursday. It was on.
Oh, I'm way off.
Yeah, you off.
My bad. Last week.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, how was your day?
I'm tired as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad we're pushing through these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just glad we're doing this. Like, I really have fun doing this.
Oh, yeah.
You have fun doing it?
Oh, yeah. On some mics, though. You already know that.
All right. We gonna make it.
I want
Look, this is the first season.
The one
What
mic
is that?
that goes
What?
like this. It'll be right there in your face.
Oh, my goodness. But anyway, this is our first season. And this is
Yeah.
just a show. Just to tell y'all. Just start it. And then work as you go.
Oh, you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking about to the people.
You started.
Just start it, y'all. Just work as you go. Don't try to be perfect. We not up here trying to be perfect. We had some mess ups, some floops, some bloops, and all that. But we
Bloopers
still
right now.
kept going.
Oh, yeah.
So start today. Whatever that is you're envisioning, you're doing. God told you to do it. Just go.
That sounds almost like a commercial. Just start today.
You sit on the couch.
For only 10 cents. Oh, wait, no, that's the kids.
Wait, we had two different commercials. I had you sitting on the couch, and you had for only 10 cents a day.
Oh, you talking about the...
in the arms of an angel. Anyway, them pets be looking so...
Every time I look at my dog because she got no teeth.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have to see... If you are not watching this on YouTube, when he uploads it on YouTube...
I'm doing the shaking move.
The shake. This is not funny to talk about the shaking dogs. Let's just move on.
The wet poodle. That one.
I'm done with you. Oh, anyway, today we are talking about the subject of...
Ambition.
Y'all, this has come up so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing it on my timeline. I've been seeing it on different things. I've talked about it with some of my friends, especially some of my single friends.
We talked about it a little bit in the last podcast.
We did.
Or episode.
In the last episode. And so it's just something we need to just talk about.
Yeah.
And so there was a question that was brought up by, again, someone on social media. And it says, how important is ambition on your list of qualities in a mate? Is it on your list of non-negotiables? Can it be taught, learned after relationship has started? So first of all, I was like, okay, how can we describe ambition? Like, if we're talking about it, how can we describe it so we could all be on the same page? And so I found something just basically to keep us all on the same page. And it says a desire to achieve a goal or accomplishment, the motivation and willingness to put in the work and make the sacrifices necessary to fuel your desires. So before we started, I asked, okay, does that make up salary? Does that make up degrees?
Well, it depends on how you see it. My ambition was different when we met. My ambition was in a form of support.
Y'all hear that? I think you need to say that again.
Get that out of my mouth. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
My ambition was a form of support. Especially when I noticed she was helping out the community with her nonprofit. I was just like, I gotta help in some way or form, even though I wasn't performing like that. But like after stuff was done, I was like picking up chairs, that kind of like the church kid always picking up all the chairs and stuff. That was me.
You know what? And I don't think I would have saw that as a form of ambition if you didn't explain it like that just now.
It was more for me because it was like, okay, it was a goal that I want to at least help in some way or form instead of just, oh, you invite me, oh, hey, how you doing? And I just leave every time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, I mean, at least he shows up.
And that's what I think is the mix-up. I think different people have different definitions of ambition.
Yeah.
And so a lot of women that I talk to, when I hear, majority of, some do care, non-salary, but a large one that I see, it is about, okay, are they getting up to get more
Getting that bread.
Work, does it care that you get promoted? Does it care? Because I know it was a question in my mind too, because when you at work, and I was like, so a lot of times I felt like I was pushing you because I was like, you're comfortable, but don't you want to be? And you're like, I'm good. I mean, I do later on, but right now I'm comfortable because we just talked about it. When you ask for somebody who's ambitious, in your version of ambitious, and you get that thing that you wanted, and you said you going to get what you asked for.
Yeah.
So, say for instance, for your job, when we first met, your hours, 6 to 2:30.
Yep.
And I was cool with that. We loved that, actually. We were able, because we were dating with intention and we were trying to, not be tempted. It was easy. I got off of work at 3. You got off of work at 2:30. We was able to be up at 5.
Yep.
Be done by 7 and call it a day.
Street lights on. Time to go.
We got married and all that stuff, and then we had kids, and your hours still work well. Say, for instance, you had different hours, more money.
Yeah.
And you were ambitious, like you were on, I gotta get,
so there was just discussion. Sorry to cut you off. But
no, go ahead.
Discussion. Basically, what I wanted to do was become a building mechanic. But there was a big thing that was kind of in the way. Not me getting it. That was a whole different thing. But if I was to get it, I would have to be gone for, at the time, it was like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And then my time would change after that. So that was already kind of like, okay, how we're gonna make this work? Like, okay, we can make it through the 2 to 3 months, but then my time would change, and some of the things that we want to do will have to adapt and stuff like that. I don't think we would have been in a different place, but I mean, it still would have worked, but I don't think it would be where we're at now.
Yeah.
If that was the case. So my ambitions were still there. It's just I was making it more convenient for what we wanted to do together.
And for the family.
Yeah.
And for you to be at home. And you know how I get when you're not at home.
Yeah. Which is not, she don't have to worry about that a whole lot.
No, it's just that quality time. That's my love language.
Where are you at?
That's what, cause I know I clock, I know.
She know where I'm at.
I know where you at all the time. I know what time. Okay, hold on. It's 3:00. Where is this brother?
It'd be 3:15. I literally just go stop somewhere or something like that. Where you at? It's only 15 minutes. It's okay. Anyway.
But it was important to me, my ambition, and sometimes I felt like my version of ambitiousness,
Mm-hmm.
if that's even a word, I would push on you because I'm like, well, this is what I think we should want. Don't you want to make more? Don't you want to do? Don't you? And so it was a lot of that, but I was like, hold up. If I want that so much and I get it, am I going to want it then? You know what I'm saying? Versus maybe at a later date or whatever it might be. And so I think when we're talking about this, is it a non-negotiable and all that stuff? Think about your version of what you want ambition to be. And are you talking about this while you're dating?
Yeah.
But for you, you said it was it one of the qualities like that you looked for when you were dating?
Before, in my younger dating days. What was that? Sorry. Anyway, I was more relaxed on it. I wasn't really like, okay, hopefully they have goals. I was at that point. And then I met somebody that didn't have any goals.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of humbled me real quick. I was just like, I need somebody that has some kind of ambitions on something. Because not having any goals and it's just, I'm cool where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. So they were just stagnant, like they were cool.
No,
with how they
nothing,
were.
Just every day repeat. And I was just like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it became important to me, but it didn't. The level of it didn't really matter. It was more like, okay, at least have some kind of goal or something going on. But for you, your past accomplishments showed me that you had ambition. So I was just like, I don't have to worry about it.
Were you intimidated by
Not at all.
me and my want for success, or just me? Because we could be real. Like, I went to college, I got a degree, I got my master's, I got all of this stuff. Started a business, all those things. When you met me, was there any intimidation there?
No.
Why or how? Like,
she ain't never asked this question, so this is something new.
Yeah.
Because I already knew what I could do. I already know what skill sets I had.
He knew what he could do.
So if it came to that, I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, oh, she got a master's and everything. It was more, I think for men, it's like, oh boy, she's smart. She got all this and that and this going on. But I already knew what I can do and bring to the table, which you already seen so far. And see new skill sets, especially after getting in the house. He's like, wait, you can do that?
But do you think that I made room for you? Like, do you feel like, how some women, it feels like, I don't need you. I need you, but I don't need you.
I don't need to do all that.
Do you feel like I made room for you in that moment? In those moments when we're dating, or even as you saw in marriage, our first year and stuff like that?
I mean, there was a few things that you couldn't do that I wasn't going to do because of our curfew and stuff. But killing bugs, that was one thing you did before.
That's definitely one thing. That was a non-negotiable.
That was just like, you got to kill bugs. That right there is like, she needs me.
I'm in there.
I'm there. I didn't need nothing else. I'm the bug killer. That's all she needs. But no, you made room for me as far as letting me be able to support. To go back to that, but and also let me be able to do, basically be myself.
That's probably what it is too.
Yeah.
I think some men feel like, when you say be yourself, do you mean like be a man? Or like be like in your own skin, be safe in your own skin. Like, you didn't have to I didn't have to change you.
So I'll give you an example. Another past relationship. I forgot what it was. My cousin was in a car too, but it was like some kind of conversation about something. But your ambition or your ideal of ambition could have been extra pressure on me to where I either was like I felt like I was being forced to be somebody else.
Okay.
Or it would have been like some words or some kind of, you downgrade me because you feel like I'm not reaching that kind of level. And at that point I'm like, I don't know if I if I'm ever gonna get to that point.
Yeah, yeah,
So it could have been that.
yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Cause I just feel like out there, like some men are intimidated by women out there,
Oh yeah.
and some men just want to still feel needed, and they don't feel needed.
That depends on the woman. If it's like, well, I could fix it. I could fix the car and stuff. Which I'm gonna make my daughter that way. She's gonna be able to fix everything. She ain't gonna need nobody.
Nobody.
Except for her daddy.
Okay. And this is probably why a lot of the women, especially with fathers in their household,
Oh yeah.
present fathers in their
So what
household,
you for?
active present fathers in their household, like
Yeah.
that, who are in there, like, I saw a TikTok where it was a girl, she was dating, I guess, and the dude couldn't fix it. He was like, I call my daddy. I call my daddy. Like, and so her daddy came, Johnny on the spot.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. But I think that like knowing that, I always got my daddy, it kind of helps. So now switching that to, what can you do for me? That my daddy always handled, kind of thing.
That's
Kind
a
of thing.
double-edged sword.
Yeah. So, but it's just it's like, I got this.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? Tell me.
Yeah, and that right there, but like,
And that's where
you
I
don't
think,
need me for nothing, so why am I here?
and that's where I think men might feel slighted a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we want to show our confidence that we are comfortable in our own skin, that we don't need you, that we're not, trying to run over you, but we got this. Like, we're making our own money, we're independent, we have our own cars, house, we got things together. So why do we need you? So show me why, show me why I need you. But then it's the fact to where, do you want to be married?
See, that's not
Like,
that's not intimidation. That's more like, you know what, you got that. Like,
got you.
For a man, it's like, okay, well, since you got it all,
I see what you mean.
You don't need this and that, and that's cool. I'll go over somewhere else
because I think it's affirming. Is it affirming for you to know that, like, the times when I needed you were able to help?
Well, I didn't really care about the affirming part of it. Okay. It was more like the I'm trying to think of a way to put it. It was more like a feeling of like, okay, I felt great of helping.
Gotcha.
Because I already had that already. I always enjoyed helping people.
Mm-hmm. That was part of that's your gifts.
Yeah.
Your special gifts.
So when it came to me being able to help you in some way, the feeling after the fact was like, okay, I was able to do that. And then just extra kudos on top of that is when she said thanks you, and like, yes.
Yep.
I did it.
I get you.
Yeah.
I got you now. I got you.
It wasn't really like, oh man, I wish she had something for me to do. Nah, I ain't that.
It was just that you could handle it.
Yeah.
And that, oh yeah, I handled it.
I was able to handle it.
And my dad was able to see you handle it.
That too.
Did he fix the car like he said he would?
He said he was going to fix it. Did he fix it? Oh, he fixed it?
Okay.
Did he do it this way, though?
Did he? Yeah. I was like, okay. For me,
talk to him.
Right. For me, the qualities I did seek out, because I could imagine, I don't think I sought it out. I just knew what I wanted. And I knew that I needed somebody that has some sort of some plan. And I would say maybe when we talk about ambition, I think I needed a plan.
Yeah.
I think we look for plans. A lot of women, we look for, okay, what we doing? What we gonna do? That's why sometimes we rush men. Like, what we doing with this relationship? Because we need to know.
What are we?
What are we? That question.
Yeah.
So I need to know that you had a plan, and a lot of the times that came with me. That's why we did a lot of work. That's why we prepared a lot of things, because I wanted to know you were in it to win it. And so even if you maybe didn't express your plan, we was able to plan in the working moment. And I was like, oh, I get it. This is how
it was kind of expressed.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe I don't know.
Well, we talked about it, but it was more like, yeah, surprise.
Okay. But
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm talking about the. You know what? I got something to tell you, but I'm gonna wait till I get baptized.
Oh, that type of plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I got you. Yes. And so so knowing that he had plans, and I remember just you asking me, um, if we were to get married, what month would you want? I remember you, and so I was like, he's thinking of something.
Oh, I'm about to say, golly.
No, like he's planning something.
He's got gears moving.
You know what I'm saying? And so that put in little hints right
Mhm.
there. And so for me though, dating though, I've always dated. It was just the guys are just automatically, they were ambitious. I was attracted to that. Like they had to be doing something.
Yeah.
You know, it just had to be doing something. So on that. So the next question, the big one is, okay, so maybe you did discuss ambition, or maybe somebody does lack ambition when you get married, or maybe in a relationship. Can that be taught or learned? Can ambition be taught or learned?
It's a difficult thing because if they don't have anything and they're just like cool where they at, yeah, it could be taught and they can do it just to make you happy. But the thing is that leads down to like this whole rabbit hole. I'm only doing this just because you told me to. That's not ambition. That's more like I'm just doing this because you told me to. Then that just continue on. You just keep telling them to do things that they'll do it because they love you or whatnot. But it's not their ambition. That's your ambition.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
I'm only speaking that because I know somebody that's actually going through that. It's like, I'm only doing this because she wants that. But what I really want was I just want to chill.
Just want to chill. But then, is he not doing anything?
No, he's doing it.
Okay, it's just not her version.
It's her version.
I mean, it's her version. Sorry.
It's not his.
It's not his version.
That's the problem.
I think that's the thing too. It's the different visions that both have, and so go ahead.
So it can be taught, but growth, that's on the person. Now, can it happen? Yeah, but how long are you willing to wait though? For them to grow into that.
And I think it's a little bit of comparison involved in that.
Yeah.
Because for me, I can say I did compare our relationship to a lot of people first year.
Oh yeah.
And so
on Facebook, y'all traveling and stuff.
They do it like I did, and so where we were versus where other people were, and so I was like, well, I want to be there. And so then it came to me trying to push you or ask questions or figure out like why we can't be this or why we can't be that. So since we said that, what date do you think we're going to do this? Kind of thing. So I try to push it, and then I realized, why am I doing this?
No, we had a conversation. I remember a couple conversations we had.
We had a conversation?
It was brief, but it was more like me trying to help you work through that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see you comparing a lot of stuff. I'm just like, you don't know what they doing to get to that point. It's like, if you want to compare, you got to see the whole picture of what we're doing and how we're getting there compared to what they're doing, which you don't know. You just see the snapshot of them having fun at that moment.
This is why he's the string and I'm the kite.
Yeah.
Because I'll be flying high. Just be gone.
It's like, oh, they out there having fun and this and that, but next you know, you see all these other stuff that they always fighting and everything. Yeah, they having fun in that moment. But we're building something different over here. Right.
And that's how usually I okay. So when we're talking about can it be taught or learned, my level of ambition was different, or what I viewed yours from mine. And so I believe that over time, if communicated properly, that person you can figure out what it is, because I had a view in my head, but after talking it with you and not forcing you to do it, it pushed me down a little bit, not in a bad way, but it made me just be like, I get it, I'm doing too much. It's not stopping. It's not saying that you're not.
Right.
You are just not saying that I'm not. And it's just that we just, we had to come to a common agreement on that. And I think that's what happens when two bullheaded people get into relationships and stuff, and it's stubborn here and stubborn there. I'm not changing. It's like boom, boom, you know? And so, so I think that's what makes it a little bit different in a way, because, and honestly, the way we communicate is a lot different than what other people communicate.
Yeah.
And so, I always ask you questions. I tell you how I'm feeling about it, and you come and bring the level-headed response, and I think, soak on it, come back and be like, okay, I get it, kind of thing. Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely. So I do believe it can be taught or learned, but I believe that your level of your version of ambition needs to be talked about. Just needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. A lot of times ambition don't have to do with money.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something else. It could be something like a dream they had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about Kevin on stage, his ambition
mm-hmm.
was comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
to do it full time too.
Yeah, and it wasn't about the money. It was just the passion.
Yeah, the passion. That's it.
Yeah.
I have a passion right now, and what I see you supporting. Like I've always been ambitious since you met me. It is not gonna change.
Mm-hmm. I will support each and every one.
And you came along with me
mm-hmm.
in every single thing that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did this podcast, I was like, okay. Or when I started thinking about it, I was like, okay. In order for us to get this done, with all the things I got going on, you're going to have to be the person to help get some of the back end done. Just like you've been doing in a lot of things.
All right.
And so, but I think what happens too is we push each other.
Yeah.
Positively in different directions, and it stretches us.
Mm-hmm.
When it stretches you. So I think if somebody does lack, not say you lack ambition, but lack ambition in the way you want it.
Yeah.
Like, it might be like, oh, let me see how I can see their view in that way, But again, it has to be talked about.
You got to be open-minded about it, too.
You got to be open-minded about it.
Yeah.
And it does not equate to salary. Because I think that's what people go to.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're dating, define it.
Yeah.
When somebody says ambition, it's not just for money.
Yeah, it's not just for money.
So when you're at the table, when you're talking to them, and you say, how ambitious are you? Take out salary, take out that, or maybe it is, and that's okay. Maybe they are, maybe they want to be a multimillionaire. Just know that if they want to be ambitious and you like that and you want to roll with that, and you're an ambitious woman, think about what could happen when you guys get married. And what life looks like if you're wanting to have kids, children, location. A lot of ambitious men and women I know are always moving and relocating to different places. Some places they don't want to relocate to.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of uncomfortable moments.
A lot of uncomfortable moments. And stretching for both parties. So anyway, hope y'all took some nuggets on this with ambition. Like, I like talking about this. We could have gone deeper. There's a whole bunch of stuff on social media that I'm not going to talk about. But you've seen it. But
yeah.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to When Marriage and Purpose Collide, the podcast, with your hosts, DJ and Lucretia. And we hope you enjoyed our conversation and advice. If you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch the latest, you can follow Lucretia M. Haley, that's LuCretia M. Haley, on Instagram, and subscribe to Cree Speaks Life on YouTube. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.